Hey everybody, Philip Janetsky here. In this video, I'll be demoing the Lightkeeper by Tubesteader. The Lightkeeper is an all-tube preamp based on the clean channel of a Dumble Overdrive Special amp, specifically the High Plate Skyline. It features an ECC83 12AX7 tube, which is easily replaceable with other preamp tubes. You get your gain, volume and a passive Dumble style EQ with treble, mid and bass. You get two toggle switches, a deep and a boost toggle switch, which you can run either or together actually, and you engage them with this separate foot switch or an external foot switch. The pedal runs on 12 volt DC with at least 350 milliamps. It comes with its own power supply. Let's check it out. Okay, here's my Les Paul Standard 50s into my Revv D20. I'm gonna show you the Lightkeeper going into the Revv D20 as you would use any other overdrive first. Later, I'm gonna plug it into the effects loop return, so I'm gonna bypass the entire preamp section of the Revv D20. And we can check out how this sounds. I can even disengage the power amp, so we can check out how the Lightkeeper sounds going directly into the cabinet simulation of the embedded 2 notes software and hardware of the Revv D20. But as I said, Les Paul Standard 50s into the Revv D20 first. Here comes the Lightkeeper. I have the deep boost engaged, and let's see what we get here. So this is a sound I'm enjoying very much. I started my intro tune like that. It's a sound that works both with the bridge and neck pickup of the Les Paul. I love what the deep cut does, so I'm gonna show you what it does first. You can assign either the deep or the boost switch, or both actually, to this foot switch here. So I have the deep switch assigned, which means I have it in the middle of the 3 toggle switch positions. In the upper position, these 2 switches are not doing anything. If you have them in the middle, they're assigned to this foot switch, and when they're down, they're always engaged. Okay, so without the deep switch, and then again with it, without, with. So the deep switch it shifts the entire mid-range. It adds a beautiful fatness, some lower mids in there, and it's something that I'm enjoying very much. I like it without actually as well, so don't get me wrong here. So same thing, but with a boost switch. Same thing with the boost engaged now. Bridge pickup. Without the boost. So without the boost, with the EQ flat like this, the Lightkeeper adds a beautiful sparkle, beautiful overtones, and you know, the boost switch gives you a bit more gain basically. Without the boost. Beautiful things here, and let's do one thing: boost and the deep switch engaged. Works beautifully as well. Killer sound. It's very fat then. Let's explore the gain knob. Let's go down on the gain knob, compensate with the volume knob. So everything on 12 o'clock basically here. Bridge pickup. Without the Lightkeeper. So you can tell that it adds a beautiful sparkle. Let's go even lower on the gain knob and see what we get here. Let's engage the boost here then. And instead of the boost, let's go for a deep switch. Some neck pickup sounds like this. This is a beautiful, cleanish type of tone. Okay, so let's crank up the gain, see what we get here without the deep nor the boost switch. And let's actually explore the treble knob. The mids. And the bass. And then something I found that I find cool is cranking the entire tone stack, which gives you this sound. So by cranking the mids, treble and the bass knob, you also get more gain out of the pedal, but it's a very open sound. And I find it also to be very cool. Let's stay here, add the boost to that. Without the boost. So it's almost like the boost is cutting some bass. So, you know, this is something you could go for. Let's add the deep switch here. Without the deep switch. So, also two very cool sounds. Like this, the deep switch is changing the feel definitely. I don't know if you can hear the difference there. It's a bit squashier. There's a bit more gain like that. Killer stuff in my opinion. I'm really enjoying the Lightkeeper. What I will do up next, as I promised you guys already, I'm gonna plug it into the effects loop return of my amp. This is something I also did in my rehearsal room with a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe. And this is a killer sound in my opinion. So this would be definitely something I would consider when I go on tour. You know, you don't know what kind of backline you're getting if you don't bring your own one. And you know, the Hot Rod is a very prominent choice. And plugging the Lightkeeper into the effects loop return of a Hot Rod is a killer sound. You have to, you know, take my word for that. Cannot show you here in my home studio, but killer stuff. So I'm plugged into the effects loop return of my Revv D20. This is how it sounds. So it's a very warm power amp that the Revv D20 has. Let's check it out with the Lightkeeper. So as you can tell, because of the warmth of the power amp, since I'm bypassing the tone stack and the preamp of my Revv D20, I did go for a bit more treble here, and I did cut some bass, which the Lightkeeper does beautifully. So it adds back the sparkle. And let's do one thing. There's this little knob on the Revv D20 which I can push. I just did so. So now you are only hearing the cabinet part, which is the 2-note software. So no preamp, no power amp, only the Lightkeeper going to the cabinet now. So we might not need all this treble here. We might actually need more bass again. Let's crank up the gain here. Again, maybe a bit less, but some more mids actually, with a boost engaged. And the deep switch. Without the deep. I love how the Lightkeeper feels. It's very amp-like. I think this is something that is more than suitable here. It's very organic. It adds to your amp, or it feels like part of your amp rather than something that you are stacking in front of it. I think it's beautiful. I love it into the effects loop return of a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe. As I told you guys already, this is probably something I would do if I go on tour and I don't know what kind of backline to expect. I would probably place the pedal at the end of my drive section there. If you are someone who is plugging directly into a audio interface, into your DAW or whatever, this pedal can also give you this tube amp feel, which you might be missing. I think it's beautiful. It's very versatile. I love the two deep and boost toggle switches, giving you lots of possibilities there. Beautiful work here by Tubesteader. I can highly recommend the Lightkeeper. Thanks for watching this demo, guys. Please subscribe. It's for free for you guys and it really means the world to me. Leave me a like and a comment on your way out, and I hope to see you for the next one. Ciao, guys.